So I'll kind of stick to just our food tour private group, since that's what it looks like everyone on here is doing. So as y'all know, food costs are pretty pricey. And so they're, I think, only going up in Charleston. We have a lot of competition here too. There's 4 or 5 other companies. So I do know that while we don't want to price ourselves too high, we don't want to be the lowest either, because that's just not the way that we operate here. So it used to be where we were like, okay, you have 2 people, we're gonna just throw out a number. Like we used to just be like this casual thing that we were like, oh, $500 sounds good. We just throw it out there. Now we have more structure, which is really nice. We kind of work backwards when it comes to these tours. So where someone would call before and they're, we have 10 people we like to go on this tour, we would give them a price to book the entire tour. So that's really how we book corporate tours as well. If you have a group of 12, let's say, the tours are $85 a piece. We charge you $85 a piece. If you have a group of 14, that means that there's another tour guide coming on. We charge you for 24 people. So you're taking up 2 of these spots. So what we do is we sell all of those tours. And I do know there's another company in town, they do theirs the same way. If it's a group of, we keep going up. Every tour is 12 people. Every time you go over 12, you're paying for 12 extra spots. Now, corporate tours typically have a lot of money, right? And the company's paying for it. So we've never seen anyone turn this down. But when I say when we work backwards, we now not only look at the sale, but we look at the profit. So I think what you need to do is you need to find what kind of profit you want to make. So, really in anywhere across the board, some people think 10% profit's fine. Some people want 50% profit. When you're working with a food tour, 50% I would say is amazing, and really out there kind of, you know what I mean? So what we do is we try to go with at least 30%. So if we know that we have a group of 50 and we have to rent a room at a restaurant for a corporate tour, how much is that room going to cost? And we input it into our spreadsheet. How much is it going to be per person? We put that in there. Then we also will do, is there a food and beverage minimum? Is there, any sort of extra cost that we have? The tour guide cost, the cost if our sales department is making a commission, all of that. And then we have the total price at the top. So if the total price is $5,000 and you think that's amazing, it sounds great, but your cost is $4,500, like that's obviously not what you need to be doing. So the way that we do it like that now is everything goes into our spreadsheet first. So they have it, it's all shared on Google. Everybody can pull it up, even when you're on the phone with someone. We kind of know now, what it costs to rent out rooms at each one of these restaurants that will take large groups, which a lot of them post-COVID don't anymore. So I don't know if y'all have that problem where you live, but some people don't even take large groups anymore. So we do know that. We have a sheet that's got all the pricing for all the restaurants. Magnolia's costs $1,500, Cypress costs this. I would suggest making up a sheet like that. It's been very, very helpful. And I mean, I can't share it now because it would take too long to pull it up. But if anybody needs to share it, I would be happy to. But it's an Excel sheet. It's got lines of admission fee, room fee, guide fee, commission fee for the sales department. I would suggest something like that. But we have always gone the route of charging tours for full tours because our food tours are very busy here. And if you take a group of 2 out for a tour and charge them $300, when that tour would have filled up with 12 at $1,000, then to me, you're losing out on that money in between, right? So that's the way we have always looked at it. Now, I say that, but when it's January and there's no business here, we do tweak it some, as long as we put it into that formula and our profit is still above what we want, then we will sell it. When it's height of the season, everyone pays full price for a full group. So, starting out, I don't know how long people have been in business on this call. I know a few of y'all on here and have been in business for a while, and I'm sure Midgie has way better advice because I know she does way more corporate stuff than we do. But I would say starting out, use that profit sheet. If you're a newer company, I don't know if I would charge those crazy high prices because you're trying to get, into the business and you're trying to get going. But once you're really established, I really think that your reputation and your reviews and things like that will really speak for the prices you're charging for your tours, in my opinion.